Good morning, bird. It's like not even really 6 a.m. yet. You're here early today, huh? Getting some kitty cat food and water? Well, I'm gonna get some breakfast too. How about that? Then my breakfast, which does not look the healthiest, but oh my gosh, this bread is so delicious. It's the bread from the little French bakery right next to our house, and I made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with it. It's so sweet. It's like Hawaiian sweet bread, even though it looks like the most bland, yucky thing, because back in America, white bread like this is tasteless. It doesn't make you feel good. This is just sweet and delicious, and I love it. And oddly enough, it doesn't hurt me the way that bread back home does. So I'm gonna have to do some thinking about that, but I'm eating that. I've got my medicines, my vitamins for the day, and some orange juice, and I'll have an apple when I'm all done. Ni hao, noble lady. I'm just making a discovery vlog about you. You showed up just in time. You're absolutely beautiful as usual. I am so in love with the color of your eyes. They're sage green and they're just gorgeous. Are you going to sit inside of the leaves today? Maybe that's where you usually hide and I just don't notice you behind the flower pot, huh? Yeah, oh gosh, you're so pretty. Noble lady, are you checking out the roses too? Are you curious? Are you wondering what this is all about, huh? Hi, you're beautiful. If I didn't think you would dart away as quickly as you could if I budged an inch, I would try to go out to let you sniff my fingers and give you a little pet. Bird, welcome back! Bird, Noble Lady's in your spot! Noble Lady, Bird, what's gonna happen? I don't know if this is allowed. There's Bird. There's Noble Lady. Oh no! Bird! Oh my gosh, and there's Boss. Do we have a turf war on our hands? I'm sorry, Bird. If you ask me, that's your spot. They all share this deck, but apparently sometimes hostilities get in the way. I think we're okay. We're at a little triangle standoff. And it's just gonna have to see. Boss is the one yelling about it the most, it seems. We're just gonna have to see how this works out. But don't be alarmed, guys. I think they just have to have a discussion about who gets to be in what location. But this would explain why Chips and I were woken up a few days ago with wham, bam, 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 and cats hissing and fighting and smashing on top of our tin roof. We were a little confused about who it could have been, but I think I know now. It was our three deciding where they get to go. Noble Lady, you stole Bird's spot. I wonder how this is gonna play out. Boss, do you know you have some of the saddest looking cat eyes I've ever seen? Boss was up on the balcony, by the way, because when all the hissing started, Boss jumped down to see what's going on. I don't think Boss cares about this spot. I just think Boss wants to sleep. Sleep in peace. And in the end, Noble Lady grew bored and ran off. And we have resolved the drama of the morning with Bird returning to Bird's spot. I'm so excited because I just got so many videos done. We uploaded the wolf quest on time. I got the wild discoveries with our roof cats, said fighting roof cats that we've had today, and the behind the paws finished and uploaded, and I just feel so good because we got things out on time and that feels fantastic. And I have a little rice cookie. This is actually like a little rice cracker cookie to eat. So we are headed off to the university now where I'm going to sit and watch swans at the lake while Chips grabs his textbooks. And I'm really excited because I can actually leave the house today and have an adventure and feel like it's okay because I've gotten most of my work done for the day, and that's just a fantastic feeling. Alright, so Chips has brought me to the university campus. I'm so in love. There's birds everywhere. If I had known this was like a 10-minute walk from our apartment, I would have been here pretty much every day for a daily walk. There's tiny little baby grebes everywhere, and there's beautiful egrets, and there's turtles, and then there's birds under the walkway who are like hiding under the walkway that you can hear kind of yelling and barking at each other now and then, and swans, and it's just, there's pigeons. There's everything. And we just saw a really cute rat actually, which was kind of adorable too.
upside down.
What?
There's stuff all over these trees.
There's animals everywhere. I love how they leave bird food out for them too. In the immortal words of my beloved Chips, it is so hot. It is so amazingly hot, but it's such an adventure that even when we're out there and it's so hot, like just sweating to pieces and running from like shady spot to shady spot, it must be like what real feel like 110 today. It's ridiculous, but I'm having so much fun and that was amazing. All those baby birds. Oh my gosh, that was so exciting to see all of the little baby grebes and to see the egrets land. I wasn't able to get a picture of the egret because before I could pick my jaw up off the ground and take my camera out of the bag, he had already flown away again, but there were swans and geese everywhere and there was a man walking his dog, his little pug, around and around and around, and at first I couldn't figure out what he was doing, but he was making little like clicky sounds like, and then he was attracting the birds, and whenever the birds would come out, his pug completely ignored them and he would throw crackers and food that he had inside of his pockets out for the birds, which I thought was really cool. And like you guys saw, I don't know if I got it in the video, but all those pigeons that were on the ground, there was a huge pile of food left out for the pigeons to eat, and that was so fun. And I saw my first squirrels and like 3 lizards and geckos that I wasn't able to get video of because it was so hot and we were really hungry. We actually have lunch, so I need to eat lunch now. We got some more of the really awesome yummy vegetables from that really nice vegetarian buffet nearby, and another one of the passion fruit juices. We had one on our way over to the university, but I wanted another one because it's so hot and it's so nice to have something nice and cold like that to drink and just kind of cool off with. But I'm gonna dig into my lunch, but it is so fun to have gone onto campus for the first time and just see so many people. It's like there's as many places for people to do volleyball and well, not racquetball, but like tennis and all the exercises, so many different courts to work out in, that it's just as many buildings. Like, it's amazing. So there's plenty of room for people to work out, and it's so hot, and it was just covered in people playing tennis and volleyball and birds, lots of birds. So I'm gonna eat, but that was really fun. So I'm in love with our aircon. It's amazing. And for those of you who don't know, the air cons here are really interesting because they're actually up on the walls, and I'm sure that's like normal for a lot of you, but that's not for where we're from in the United States, where it's part of a whole house unit. So when you cool down, your air conditioning cools down the whole house. Terribly energy inefficient, if you ask me, sometimes, because parts of the house won't like cool at the same times. I like having them in each individual room like this, especially because we have a little remote for each room, so we can set them in each of the different rooms. But I'm in love with our aircon. It's blasting cold air on me right now to cool off from the amazing heat that we experienced going outside. I'm beginning to understand why the night markets are so popular here, because that's where the heat has somewhat cooled off. But I'm transferring over the pictures of the baby grebes and so many cute things to my computer now. I'm so excited to share that with you guys. Hopefully I can follow Chips to campus a few more times to be able to snag some really adorable bird footage. That was so cute. And I didn't even get the egrets. And we'll have to go to Dawn National Park or Forest Park, and we'll have to see what it is like and if it has a lot of birds in it. I hear that the egrets have babies, and oh my gosh, I didn't see any cygnets, but those baby grebes, they're literally like this big, like chickadee sized, with these gigantic feet. They're so cute. But that was really, really cool. I'm very happy. I'm very happy to be home. I'm very happy to have the air conditioning on. I'm one of those people where I want my arms covered, so I have my hoodie on, but it's kind of light and I still have the air conditioning on. It's silly, I know. And I'm probably a little bit overheated, so I'm not making any sense. But finished lunch. About to dive into my half of another one of these delicious like red bean dessert buns that Chips picked up from the little French bakery near our home. And then I think I might rest and then get back to work because we're finally making some momentum for the videos on the main channel, and that feels amazing. And now that I know how hot it is during the middle of the day, I'm not so inclined to stick my nose out for big gigantic adventures just yet. Our porch is actually starting to flood. We might want to be a little concerned about that. Thankfully, there's holes in the side of the cement fencing that we have that I assume the water drains out of. But every day, so far without fail, we have about Oh, a 2 in the afternoon storm that comes in super strong like this and just absolutely drenches us with all of this torrential rain. And today the thunder and lightning were so strong that our little apartment was shaking a bit, and it was actually a little alarming, so we unplugged all of the electronics and we're keeping an eye on it. You can still see some flickers of lightning, but they must have been hitting like right next to us. It was really, really intense. That was probably the most lightning and the closest that I've ever been to lightning in a lightning storm in my whole life. I really hope the flooding is gonna be okay. Guys, look, Bird is back, and to stay out of the rain, instead of going to his usual spot next to the water tower, he is over here hiding in the bookshelf next to the door. So that's pretty awesome. That's actually the very first spot I ever saw Bird, and he startled the heck out of me because I didn't see him until he was peering out at me from the shadows. But he is there now and keeping an eye on me as usual. It's good to see you, Bird. You know you have fan art and you've been made into a cat in Sims 3. You're internet famous now, Bird. How's it feel? I just screamed so loud. I went to pull the curtains on our door, and the next thing you know, I look down and there's just this face staring at me, and it's just Boss. But I screamed so loud. I was so surprised and startled. Oh, Chips thought it was like some sort of bug, but it was just Boss startled the heck out of me, staring at me from the darkness like this. Do you want some food, Boss? Is that what this is? Oh my gosh. I've never seen Boss get so close before, darling. Oh goodness. Boss is just watching me. I'm not really sure what Boss thinks about this, and I know in my gut if I try to move that door open to potentially pet Boss or put food out for Boss, then Boss is going to freak out and run away. Very, very, very shy cat, doesn't want anything to do with us normally, but I guess we're just like the most interesting thing to watch tonight. So Boss has come right up to the door and is laying on my outdoor slippers right now. It's kind of amazing, but I know for a fact if I try to interact with this cat at all, it is going to take off. So I'm just gonna watch it for now. There you go. That's for you if you want any of it, Boss. You're welcome to it. I'll pull back away from the door so that you feel a little more comfortable. This is really cute though. It's like Boss is a lot more confident at night when Bird and Noble Lady disappear. Do you have a home nearby? Or are you just mama cat to all of those kitty cats who live in the park behind our house, huh? Well, enjoy dinner if you want it. I'll try to find you some fancier stuff. Boss, you can have some food? Oh, Boss is having something to eat. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I took the risk of putting some food out for her now. Yeah, there you go. There you go, little Mal. You're such a cool old lady.